Hello, guys. So, today we're going to discuss a very important topic, and the topic is how to succeed in academics, or how personally I have succeeded in academics and what helped me to, right? Okay, so before we begin, there's something that needs to exist for you to succeed in any endeavor that you take, and that is interest. You need to be genuinely interested in whatever you want to do and succeed at, right? So for many of us, we really think that interest is inborn, but in most cases, interest is developed or interest is built, right? So before we even move on to the things that you can do to help you succeed academically, let's look at how to build interest intentionally. So how did I build interest myself, right? Or how do I continuously build interest in learning? So what I do is that for every class, I try as much as possible to reach the class 30 minutes before the class begins, to be present at least 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 10 minutes before the class begins. This has a very huge psychological effect. And let me tell you the psychological effect. When you are in class and when you are present, some minutes before the actual class begins, it tells you or it reminds you that you're actually being prepared for the class because you're there waiting for the lecture to come, waiting for your friends. So psychologically, you are being prepared for the meeting or the class. This has a very long way. This goes a very long way to actually help you successfully learn what is being taught in class, right? So now let's move to the sitting position. Realize that when you sit at the back, you find it very difficult to listen to the lecturer, and this will parlay into a very difficult understanding because firstly, you find it difficult to even see the lecturer, difficult to hear the lecturer. So that means that subsequently or consequently, you'll not be able to really understand what is being taught in class. And this also parlays into your lack of interest in what is being taught in class. So if you realize it just folds into the other, and at the end of the day, you have lost interest, you didn't listen to anything or you listen to very few things. So what I'll urge you to do is that anytime this class, take the first row, whatever it takes for you to sit within the first row, do that, right? If you do not get the first rule, there's a second rule, there's the third rule, there's the fourth rule, but be at the first rule or be on the first rule. So when you're able to achieve this, it comes with the benefits that we have discussed earlier. So when you're in the first rule, you pay attention, right? Being in the first rule doesn't really mean that you pay attention. When you follow through, you pay attention. But when you're in the first rule and you're thinking about what is being done at home, or you're thinking about your breakup with your girlfriend or boyfriend, your mind is not in class. So, for your mind to be in class, keep your eye movement on what the lecturer is saying, not only your eye movement, let your brain, your attention, pay the lecturer your full attention. Let your eye be on the lecturer, and I promise you, you are going to get about 80%, or let me say 90% of what is being taught in class. So when you're able to do this, also try as much as possible to one, ask every question that pops up in your brain. Do not belittle or second guess the questions that pop up in your brain, because this is it. Once you are listening and you are paying attention to the lecturer, it means that whatever question that pops up in your brain is in connection with what is being taught in class. So never second guess your question and do not feel shy. When you feel shy, you lose a lot of things. You lose understanding, you lose interest, you lose confidence. When a question comes, raise up your hand and answer or ask the particular question. And if you do not understand what the lecturer is still telling you, you can write the question down, and then when you go home, you search for the question. And then two, answer or attempt every question that is being asked of you in class, right? You know the answer, but because you are feeling shy or because of some reasons you just don't want to raise up your hand and answer the question, this is what's going to happen. Perhaps you know the answer, but maybe you don't know it to some extent. And if you had shared it with the whole class, one, you gain a deeper understanding. Two, it sticks very well in your brain. Okay. And three, at least the people around you are also going to hear your perspectives and it's going to help them understand what is being taught in class. So please, one, ask every question. Two, attempt every question that is being taught in class. And three, or let me say last before the least, last not but not the least, uh, last but not the least, yes. So last but not the least, make sure that you understand everything that is being taught in class before you leave the class. Put it in your head that you're not going to revise the notes. You're making sure that you're understanding everything that's being taught in the class up to 100%, right? So that the revision becomes only a revision and not you actually learning. So this is my tips, or this is the tips that have actually helped me in my academic journey, and then I'm glad that I have the opportunity now to share these tips with you. So kindly utilize these tips. It may not be so easy, it may get difficult at some point, but then when you tune your mind and you are prepared to use this particular skills, it will go a long way to actually help you. So thank you very much, and share this video to a friend, a family, a foe, an enemy who will benefit from this video. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel and also give me a like, right? And if you agree with anything that is in this video, kindly slide in the comment section, and then issue out your comments. Or if there's something you like to add to the discussion, kindly do that in the comments so that it becomes very interactive and I get a feedback whether this was very helpful or not. Thank you very much. Have a great day.